202 Paul Dooley. We have not got 67. We have not got 229 Kerr Robertson, which we knew we wouldn't have. We have not got 934. I'm not quite sure who 934 was in the first place, actually. But we have got 177 Bob Smith, from 176 Ivan Gill, and 127 Anthony Tedder. Anthony Tedder, a former autograss driver, driving the Neville's Hydraulic Services Escort, which is based around an ex-Mick Collard hot rod shell, using a pushrod engine. Stolian Ivan Gill with his new Brian Slark-powered Metro. Still 177 Bob Smith still leading from Ivan Gill. Anthony Tedder seems a little bit out of the hunt at the moment in 127. Can Ivan Gill get with Bob Smith? The fastest time amongst the Formula D cars, I would assume, should be somewhere around the Barry Crump time, I would think. Looking at first run times, we can see that Ray Houghton did a 2:10.3. Barry Crump a 2:8.4. Yes, Barry Crump at the moment the fastest man. Ivan Gill did a 2:10.6, which looks as though it's the third fastest time on first runs. Bob Smith did a 2:13.9, so Bob Smith, on that basis, should be putting in a much improved time here, because he's leading the driver who was third fastest on the first runs, and that's Ivan Gill. Ivan behind the two drivers who dominated the category in Formula D here last winter, Ray Houghton and Barry Crump. They go down into their last tour of this second timed run. It's still Bob Smith from Ivan Gill. And Ivan at the moment in these dry conditions doesn't look as though he's going to make too many inroads upon the lead of Bob Smith. The dry conditions suiting the escort driver literally down to the ground as he comes down and round Paddock Bend then for the last time. Another man who started his motorsport career in autograss racing. Garage managed sprints and autocrosses and hill climbs during the summer months to keep his hand in, and doing very well indeed. Took this twin cam over to Valkenswaard in Holland back in August, where he looked quite at home, but as he comes round Chessons for the last time, looking a little bit slower on his exit of the corner, but nevertheless coming down to lead how 176 Ivan Gill. So victory to 177 Bob Smith from Ivan Gill. 127 Anthony Tedder completes the order. And they are still falling by the wayside. Well, number 12 was 6th in 4:13.3. Japan, beside him, number 400, the immaculate Pete Moe of Mark II Escort. And then on the outside, Rochester 80. Barry Harding, so a much bigger field this time going away. 3, 6, 7 cars headed now by Barry Rapley. Barry Rapley all the way around the outside of the first corner, but good enough to lead from Des Howe, with Des coming through onto the inside. The challenge for that lead as they come onto the Nova slope, but Des Howe spinning out there onto the grass, leading from the 400 feet mile, and lead the second from 122. John Waghorn speeds, and then comes 1:3:68.50 Mini of Paul Braddock. Then comes Des Howe, recovering now into 5th position. Behind him comes Rob Gooding and Barry Harding as they go up the hill for the first time. We see that Rob Gooding moving up a place there ahead of the little 850 Mini of Jill. Number 57, Barry Rapley, who after a year's break seems to have lost none of his old birds. Barry Rapley is leading from number 400 feet mile. 122 John Waghorn, 105 Des Howe, recovers now into 4th position. Then comes Rob Gooding, Paul Braddock, and number 701 Barry Harding. That's the order as they go through and way down into Chessons for the second time. That's quite a mixed bag of machinery there in these first 4 class places. The Mini, the Escort, the Citroen and the Colt Mirage. round the Devil's Elbow in fairly close formation. Those four cars well clear of the next trio, headed by Paul Braddock from Rob Gooding and Barry Harding. So certainly two groups of cars circulating the Lydden circuit at the moment, with the Colt Mirage up now into third place ahead of the Citroën Visa. The Colt Mirage of Des Howe up now into third, pushing John Waghorn's BWB Motor Services Citroën Visa Trophy down into fourth position. The Visa Trophy, which is left-hand drive car purchased in Paris by John Waghorn's company a few seasons ago. He's been using it in the Shell Autosport Rally Championship, but has now moved into Rallycross, having been a former Citroën 2CV driver, and he's coming back into third position and now challenging for second with the Visa. Back into third ahead of Des Howe and having a look for second place, Pete Malum. But meantime, Barry Rapley still leads, but Des Howe doesn't like that fourth position any more than did the Citroën Visa driver, and he goes back into third, taking him on braking as they go into the Devil's Elbow and up Harry Hill, but the Visa, I think, with a little bit more power going up the hill, and the Visa with the inside line for the Devils for the North Bend hairpin. And is he going to get to the place back? No, I don't think he can. Still Des Howe holding him off as they come down Harry Hill, but it's still Barry Rapley leading from Pete Malum. Then Des Howe and John Waghorn. Round Paddock Bend, past the notorious Mabs Bank and into the chicane. 57 Barry Rapley, 400 Pete Malum, 105 Des Howe, 122 John Waghorn, down into Chessons for the last time. The checkered flag is out. Pete Malum second place now, coming under pressure from 105 Des Howe. But Des Howe goes a bit wide, and John Waghorn's very quick on the exit of Chessons, and John Waghorn coming under a look for third place, but it's 57 Barry Rapley who wins it for 400 Pete Brown, with 105 Des Howe just holding off 122 John Waghorn at the flag. A very closely fought contest, that one. Into fifth position comes number 95 Rob Gooding with Barry Harding of a ginormous moment. He's coming over here to have a few words with us, I think. Letting 136 through. That was Paul Braddock. Oops-a-daisy, over the bank goes number 701, and Barry Harding completes his race, but having had a big excursion off onto the ingill, 3 minutes 7 seconds and 127. Anthony Tedder 3:14.2, 3:14.2. So still Barry Crump, the fastest man in Formula D with his first run time. The driver who came into Rallycross last year driving a Mini, and he had a very good season here at Lydden Hill. Beside him, runner-up in the championship last year from Houghton in Essex, it's from Lydden in Essex, I should say, it's Ray Houghton. And beside Ray Houghton, Mick Marchant in the Escort, which was originally built by the Ford Motor Company for Harry Batten to drive in this. Mick Marchant away into the lead as they go down into Chessons for the first time. The Escort driver taking advantage of the dry conditions which suit his Escort, and Mick Marchant it is who goes away into the lead with Ray Houghton coming round to sneak into second place, but Vic Moyce trying to get that back as he come on to the Dover slope. Ray Houghton going very, very wide onto the grass, letting Vic Moyce through into second place. Ray pops back into third, but it's still number 64, Mick Marchant in the lead. Mick Marchant up the hill from Vic Moyce, then comes in third place, still Ray Houghton. Norman Olchin, I think, leading the second group there from Chris Ward, with Jack Payne in the last position at the moment as the leading trio comes down into Paddock Bend, with Vic Moyce now in command of the situation. 366, Vic Moyce leading from 64, Mick Marchant. 1-4, that's the order through the chicane as the next group comes through, with Norman Olchin showing a much improved Chris Ward, the former mini-cross exponent, and 174. Jack Scott, who's come back into Rallycross this year after an 8-year break from the sport, brother of Len Payne. But all eyes on our leader, 366 Vic Moyce, who's away down thrown as we get 142. Ray Houghton ruining any chances of a good run there, overcooking it as he took the Mount Shield powered car into the Devil's Elbow, and not only has he spun it, but he stalled the engine in the process, and now restarts and reverses back onto the circuit under the supervision of the hard-working and the ever-efficient Lydden Hill marshals to go on his way. And meantime, just over the other side of the bank, we can see that 366 Vic Moyce still in the lead from 64 Mick Marchant. In the lead of this race, we can see up now into third place has come Chris Ward, who's going to have a moment on Mab's bank, and he literally flies over the top of the bank, gets away with it, lands on all fours. But the former mini-cross boy, he is the latest victim of the infamous mad crash as the leaders go through, having taken another lap off their distance, and it's still 366 Vic Moyce from 64 Mick Marchant, and I think a bit of suspension damage there for Chris as he landed, but I can see the Epsom driver out of his car perfectly okay, but he literally launched himself off the top of the bank, and that didn't do the suspension any good one little bit, I wouldn't think. The yellow flag's being waved by Marshall, who himself has taken his life into his hands, popped himself on top of the bank as 366 Vic Moyce, 64 Mick Marchant, and a very long gap then before we now get Norman Olchin in third position, because Jack Payne has now retired at the top of the hill on North Bend as 366 Vic Moyce then comes through to take victory. Big gap to the Maidstone fitter Norman Olchin, who is now being pushed quite closely around and away, and overtaken there by Ray Houghton, who made a recovery, and Ray climbing up on the inside of Norman's car as they came off onto the Dover slope. But 1-4-2, Ray Houghton through to third place.